Hello CraftDee family, and welcome to another video by She's So CraftDee. Today I'm going to be sharing some finds from my monthly trip to Dollar Tree where I visit multiple stores in my area. Now I had lots of first time finds as well as many new items I came across in each store. Now for each item I'm going to go ahead and share the SKU numbers with you all so you can locate them online and in store so you can build up your shopping list too. Now before we start, I have to say hey to all of my subscribers, and if you're a new visitor to my channel today, I hope you consider subscribing as well and stick around to see all my amazing finds that I will share today. So now that we've finished up our shopping, let's jump in and I'll show you all of my finds today. Now, one of my first finds today was this roll of chicken wire. Now, this was definitely a first-time find for me. I believe it was in stores last year, but it wasn't found in my local Dollar Trees. Now, this chicken wire is 12 inches by 50 inches, so there is plenty to use for your crafting items that you would like to create. Another first time find for me is this little garden trellis. Now this is plastic, but it does come in a 2-pack. I think there's a lot of crafting potential for this as well as using it actually in your garden, but I went ahead and picked up a couple of packs of these just in case I come up with some ideas for you guys. So I hope you guys find this item as well. Now I had to go by the yarn aisle. Now I love this roll of natural, this cream colored cotton yarn. I think this yarn is the perfect consistency and weight to make my beaded garland, and it makes the little tassels on the end look so perfect since it is cotton. So I picked up a roll of that. Now this was the first time me finding these. These are garden picks. So these are individual plant picks that you could use like to decorate some wreaths or some arrangements. So I thought that this was a neat idea just to sell the picks version, and I picked up a couple packs of these. So I am going to definitely be crafting with these soon. Now these needles are a new item at my Dollar Tree. I had to definitely pick these up. If you guys been following me for a while, you know that I do love to sew. So having these multi-packs with hand needles and also the larger upholstery and yarn needles definitely comes in for crafting and sewing. So I hope you guys are able to find these as well because this is a great deal at $1.25. And wowza, this big old bottle of hand wash was a mega find for me. Now this is a huge 56-ounce bottle of hand wash made by a company called Simply. I looked this up and it was ranging between $8 and $17 a bottle online, so it was definitely a great find at $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Now these little acrylic containers, I finally found those, and I plan to use these in organization in my craft space. I love this little 3-compartment container, and I got a couple of those, but they also have a different style that is actually kind of an oval shape with different heights and compartments. And I think for these, I'm going to join several together, and this will hold all my paint brushes and pencils and small tools that I use on my craft table. So I gathered up a few of those, and I'll be sure to share that when I finish it. Now on to the greenery. Now the Dollar Tree has a new bunch of greenery. Now these long eucalyptus stems are such great quality. I was so lucky to find these, so I grabbed a couple of those. They also have some of these fern branches. I'm just really surprised on how well these are made. They have 5 stems and they're really long. So I actually have plans for this particular style in a project, so keep your eyes open. And then they have another bundle of like fern. Now this has more curvy, wispy leaves. It's a lot fuller. So this is definitely great for a vase filler or a project. You can always detach the stems if you like to use in other projects. But I always love to have a variety of greenery on hand. Now here's a different type of bundle. It has a thinner pieces, but this is if you need small accents in a vase, so you don't need an overwhelming size for a bundle. I love this as well, and this is just labeled foliage, so I picked up a couple of those too. Now here's another bundle. What caught my eye was the little light green tips of the leaves. I think it gives it so much definition and depth, so I grabbed some of these as well. This has the newer Floral and Garden labels on them, so they're a new item. So I have these and I added them to my stash. Now I love these as well. These are a light green color. Now these have kind of a powdery coating on them. Not a big fan of the powdery coating, and I always end up washing it off before I use it. But I added these as well because I do love the drapey, flowy design of the leaves. And these have to be my absolute favorite. This is a large leaf fern. I definitely love this. It goes great with my bohemian type designs. So I did pick up several of these for my decorations and also some DIYs. Now, as far as nautical, they had a ton of nautical stuff, but some of the stuff I picked up are these little sand jars. I love the shape of these. I plan on using these in a DIY, and I may be painting them, but I had to go ahead and grab a couple of those. And then, of course, the nautical rope wrap balls. I almost cried my eyes out when I missed them last year because they're such a good deal at $1 and $1.25. So I'm so glad that I found them this year, and these are really, really good quality. So if you see these, definitely pick several of them up. They also have the little mini starfish and the little sand dollars. These are perfect for staging, decorating. If you're a wreath maker, you want to do basket filler, these would be perfect. They're also really good quality. The texture is really nice on them. They have a little weight to them. So they're perfect for decorating and staging. I love these little sand dollars too. You can have them in a cluster. You can have them laid out individually. I really do love the design of all their nautical items this year. Now I did swing by the cutting materials. I finally found the brownish red leather cutting vinyl, or this is like the pleather, I guess you would call it. It was the first time me finally finding it, so I did pick up a couple of rolls of that. And another first time find. I've seen so many people find these in Dollar Tree, and I couldn't until today. I did find these. They do come in a black and white and a red and black buffalo check trim on the jars. And look at how cute these containers are. I love the like lace embossed trim on the top. I can see doing so many things with this container. Definitely on my to-do DIY list. Now these containers have been out in years prior, but I haven't been able to get my hands on them. I love the little hexagon shape of these. I could see a lot of potential on these doing a lot of different DIY projects. I saw them in white and black, and they would be perfect just for planting in around your home or a DIY. And I had to stock back up on the round cutting boards. As you know, I just did a DIY making a candle stand with these, so I grabbed a few more from my Dollar Tree. Now this little barn, I walked by, then I came right back to it. I thought it would be the perfect item for a tiered tray design. It just really caught my eye in the design. They have a bunch of these. They had a chicken coop and a couple other different designs, but this one was my absolute favorite, so I had to get it. And these sticky wild tiles are something I love to work with. Now, as you know, the Family Dollar does sell these for $1, but I did not see this one. This one is brand new. This one has a white background with silver accents. The Dollar Tree had these, so I had to pick up a few for my DIY projects I have in mind. Now, these containers have been out a few years, but I have not ever been able to find all three in one visit. So I definitely picked up all three. I'm not sure of a crafting idea for these yet. I really do love the way they look as they are with the little metal fronts. I just think it gives it a really upscale look. So I'm going to keep those in mind for a future DIY, so keep your eyes open. Now, these bamboo rings were a new item and a first time find for me. I picked up a couple packages of these because I do have a DIY in mind for these. So if you find them, grab them up. I'm sure that they will go fast. Now, these hooks have been out for a while, but again, my Dollar Tree finally got these in stock. These are so beautiful. I love the style of these hooks. Now, they come in multiple colors. I only got gold and white, but I did see multiple colors in this style. Now, on this one, this is the back of the white one. I just think that this is really rustic looking and very pretty. And here's the back of the gold one. Now, I did pick up a couple more pots. Now, I am in the middle of starting my garden. If you don't know, I am a kiddie pool gardener, and I have videos on my channel if you want to check those out. But I did pick up a couple of these containers for my garden and also a couple for DIYs. Now, I've never seen the bottle caps in my store until this year, so I had to grab one when I saw it. So these metal bottle cap style little plaques are fun to decorate. You can print out or cut out labels for it. It would be super cute. Now, this is the first time me finding these little shelves here. This is a 2-pack of hanging shelves. Now, these come with the rope included and also a ring inside. So this was a first time find for me, so I was really excited to find it, and I only found one on the shelf. Now, here's another hook style that I came across later in my shopping trip. This comes in a 2-pack, and I only found this little bronzy gold color, and I'm sure that these could be painted and customized, but I had to definitely pick up a few packs of those to use in my DIY projects for you all. And here is the longer little hanging shelf with that rope. I picked up a couple of these. This was a first time find for me, so I was excited about it. But I do have a DIY project in mind, so I will be sharing that with you all soon. Now, I always pick up a pack of this floral moss when I'm in the Dollar Tree because I use it not only for the plants that I have in my home, but also DIYs. Now, I'm not a fan of the deer moss, but the floral moss gets a thumbs up from me. And this home ladder, I thought I would never find in my Dollar Tree, but there was a beautiful display of home and love signs in one of the stores I visited. So I had to definitely pick up one of these. I actually think it is beautiful as it is, but if you were to DIY it, I think you could actually do some great things with it. Now, this is my first time finding these containers, my first time that the Dollar Tree in my area has carried these. They have these wood containers, and this one is in a round shape. I think that this would be great for organization on your desk or your vanity, or you can actually paint or stain these, and they would look beautiful. Now, here is the square one, and I love that it shows all that nice wood texture in case you wanted to stain it. So you could get one or multiples of these, and you can make a beautiful organization cluster. Now I rolled by the ribbon aisle and I saw this big roll of silver ribbon. So I had this in silver and gold, and I do love some silver accents in some of my DIYs. Now the thing that caught my eye is that this is a whopping 30-foot roll. So I had to grab it just to put it in my stash, and I do have a DIY in mind for it, so keep your eyes open for that. I also saw this garden edger in the garden section. So I had never seen this product before, so I grabbed it, and I do have an area in my garden. I would love to try it out, but you know me, I'm always thinking out of the box. You never know if I come up with a craft with it or not. Now this was a great find for me. I've never seen these huge shampoo storage bottles in the Dollar Tree. Now I like that clean, sleek look of a bathroom counter or shelf with clear containers. I thought that this would be the perfect accessory to rebottle a lot of things that I have, and I just had to pick up a few. Now there also is an accessory that goes with this. It does come with a shampoo pump as well. Now this is sold separately from the bottle, so you'll have to buy it separately, but this will be perfect. That way you don't have to keep moving your bottles around. You could just pump what you need and it stays in place. But I think paired together, this is a great buy. Now this was another first time find for me. These flower market buckets that are in white with the black trim were a first time find. I really do love this one. This one, they're both metal, and this one is 7 inches tall. And I absolutely love the design of this. So farmhouse, so rustic. I could see making a lot of DIYs with that. And then they have a shorter version, but it is a lot wider. So this one is about 6 inches wide, or 6 inches in height. And I think that this was very adorable as well. And paired together, they are just awesome. Now they've had these little houses in years past, and I had a few of them, and then they actually broke in storage, so I decided to get some more. So this is the larger house. Now in the back of all of these houses, they have some kind of print. Now when I DIY these, I definitely change out all of the patterns in the back because they do come with different patterns in the different styles. So when you DIY them, you can change out the pattern by using some Dollar Tree vinyl. You can paint them. You can add any kind of accent you want to cover them. So I wasn't really concentrating much on the pattern, just the actual shape of the house and just making sure it was all well constructed so I can use it for my crafts. And these metal flowers were such a score. I have never seen these before in my Dollar Tree, and they do have these in multiple colors, but I decided to go with a neutral color just in case I decided to paint or use these in a different way. I would have like a nice neutral color to start with. Now I love this. They both have like a 2-layer design, which I think is just so extra, and so I think the detail is just great. I just love that they do that. And so at $1.25 each, these are a good size and definitely a great buy. Now these little plaques here, I know these were out in years before, but I always miss them. So I found one in like a rooster design and one in an elephant design. Now what I love about these are really, really thick, and they have a little weight to them, so they can stand on their own and you don't have to worry about them toppling over. I think they just look so clean and high end, something you would see like probably at like a Pottery Barn or something like that. I think they're just really, really cute. So I don't know if I'm gonna DIY these, but we will see. You never know. And then I saw these sheets of chalkboard stickers. These are cut as you like stickers, so I'm not sure if they'll work on your cutting machine or not. I'm sure with the right setting that they will, but I thought these were neat to have in the stash in case you wanted to cut some customized labels for your jars and things, and you could just cut them with a pair of scissors. So I grabbed 1 pack of these for my stash. Now, one of my Dollar Trees has a clearance section, which I really love. And in there, they had these sponge mop heads. So these were marked down to 50 cents a piece. So I definitely picked these up. I love using these sponge mop heads to clean the walls in my house or areas that are out of reach. So at 50 cents, I definitely stocked up. I end up getting 3 of these and I absolutely love them. I also picked up these reusable gloves. These are another one of my favorites from the cleaning aisle at the Dollar Tree. I use them when I spray paint because I always get spray paint on my arms. And the Dollar Tree sleeves they sell don't really work well for me, but these keep the paint off my arms when I'm spray painting. And this was a new item and I absolutely love it. This is a fan blade cleaner. This thing is so soft and fluffy and comes in so handy. This is a great buy at $1.25. So if you have ceiling fans in your home and you need an easy way to clean them, grab one of these. They also had another new product, which was this little duster here. This has actually got firmer bristles, but this is for cleaning like window blinds if you have them. I think this would work perfect for that. So if you see one of these, get that as well because that is a great buy at the Dollar Tree. And finally, I love this little soap holder or sponge holder. I actually use this in my kitchen sink and I also use it in my shower to hang loofahs and things like that on. This is a tried and true, thumbs up approved, She's So Crafty product. I love to use it. So if you see that, definitely use that. So listen, if you guys love to shop Dollar Tree too, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment letting me know the items that you are on the lookout for. Now make sure that you're following She's So Crafty EE on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest for the latest news, sneak peeks, and giveaways. And to make sure you don't miss my next DIY video, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you all next time.